Hey guys, welcome back to Java tutorial series. In today's lecture, we will be studying about the second type of searching, which is binary searching. Binary searching, unlike linear search, deals only with the sorted data. The searching method is bit different from that of linear searching. So in this lecture, we will be studying how the binary searching works and try to understand the program which is given in your book about the binary searching. So let's start with an example to understand this better. So as you can see on your screen, I have written some numbers in some boxes at the top of the page. These numbers are nothing but the sorted data which the system will have by initializing or would have received from the user. So what does the binary search does? Binary search basically searches for a particular number at the center of the given order. So basically in this case there are 7 numbers. System in binary search will basically search for the number which the user wants to search at the center position. So as you can see, I have given 7 numbers: 2, 7, 32, 45, 76, 90 and 99, and the user wants to search number 7. So basically system will see for the number which is at the center of that order. So in this case it will be 45 because it is at the fourth position from both the sides, from the left side and from the right side. Now the system will check that number. So 7 is not equal to 45. So in this case there can be 3 possibilities. First possibility will be that the number will be equal to the number which the user wants to search. So in that case the system will end the loop and will give the output as the search successful. If not, then there are 2 other possibilities. The first possibility is that the number which is at the center is less than the expected number or is greater than the expected number. So the first possibility is that it is less than the expected number. So in that case it will move on to the numbers which are to the left of that center number, and if it is greater than it, then it will move at the right side, and then again it will find the center number and try to check that. If the number is not found even in that case, then it will again do the same thing, compare the numbers and try to search at the left and the right side of the center number which is present at that particular time. If not, then the system will give the output as search unsuccessful after searching all the data. So let's try to understand this example with this explanation. As I have told you that 7 is not equal to 45. Now we will check. Now see, the 45, 7 is less than 45. So in this case the system will check at the data which is left to the center number or which is less than that central number. So it will be 2, 7 and 32 because 7 is less than 45. Now then system will again find the central number or the middle number in these 3 numbers, which will be 7 in this case, and will check whether the expected number is present or not. So 7 is equal to 7, we received our output. This loop will end and system will give us the output. And what if this would have been other number and was not equal to the expected number? In that case the system will again check whether the number is greater than or less than the expected number, and the same process will go on. So let's see how does this work in the case of programs. This is one of the programs of binary search present in your textbook. Now I will try to explain you this program. So as you can see, the program starts with the header files, then the class program and declaration of scanner class. After that we have declared 6 integer values, and the 7th one is integer m, which has been declared an array which can hold 10 numbers. Now the other variables are k is equal to 0. The k has been initialized in this case. P is also initialized and is equal to 0. NS, LB and UB. LB is initialized with value 0 and UB has been initialized with value 9. So now the system will use the variable I in the for loop, something like this. For I is equal to 0, I is less than 10, this will be the condition, and then I plus plus will be the increment value. Now for what is the purpose of writing this for loop? This for loop will be used to accept 10 numbers from the user, and instead of writing 10 statements which will be like enter a number, for we will write 10 times and accept the 10 values. In this case the system will run this loop 10 times, give the same output, enter a number, and will store 10 values in array M using the variable I. So for M0, the value will be the first one which was entered by the user. For M1, then the system will store the value which is given by the user at the second position, and so on. Now this system will ask the user to enter a number which it wants to search. That number will be stored in NS. Now here comes the main loop of the program in which we will be searching. Till now we have just accepted the data from the user which number it wants to search and the numbers which are present in that array and so on. We have used here while loop with a condition that the LB is less than equal to UB. LB and UB are nothing but the positions, the 0th position and the 9th position, which will help us to find the central number or the middle number of the data. So this process will work until and unless the LB's value is less than UB. Now you might have a question, we have initialized it to a fixed value. No, the values of LB and UB will be changing during the course of the loop, which we will see later. Then we will find the central number or the position of the central number using the statement P is equal to LB plus UB by 2. In previous case, the LB was 0 and the UB was 6. So LB plus UB gave us 3. LB plus UB by 2 gave us 3. And the system searched first at the third position, which in this case was 45. Now the system will check the array M at the position P, which was in previous case 3. So MP, if it is less than the NS, NS is the value which the user wants to search. Now if that is true, means the MP, the value at the middle position, is less than the expected value, the LB's value will be converted into P, that is the central number in the initial data, plus 1. Else, if the array has the position, the pth number in the array is greater than NS, in that case the upper limit, which was UB, in this case it is 9, will have a value of P minus 1. Now if the central number is only the number the user wants to search, we will give K is equal to 1 and a break. The reason we are using break is that to end the loop and to terminate the loop and come outside the loop to give the output. So if K is equal to 1, then system will give us the output as search successful. If not, then system will give us output as search unsuccessful. Let's compile this. It is class compiled, no syntax error. Now we will run a program. It is asking us to enter a number. We will enter numbers in ascending or descending order. In this case I prefer ascending order. Now we will keep on entering until the number limit reaches 10 numbers. It is asking us the number we want to search. Now I will give it here as 3. The answer is search successful. The program which we have typed had the logic correct, so we received our output. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any sorts of doubt, you can ask me in comment section below. Thank you.